Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're playing with yet another palette. This is the pretty look. Look at the lid. Oh gosh, I forget sometimes how much I love this palette. So again, I'm doing palettes from brands like one of my top palettes, you know what I mean? I'm picking brands in like the top palette from that brand that is kind of overlooked or maybe didn't get the best reviews, but that I think is just stunning. I mean, stunning. And though it may not be as good a formula as like their newer palettes, because you know, brands reevaluate from customer feedback and stuff and then reformulate, it's still such a good palette. Such a good palette. So the first shade we're going to be starting out with is this one. And it is like a gray purple, it's a lavender, gray lavender shade. It is so pretty, and it kind of is like a contour in a way, but like it's just gorgeous on the eye. I mean, gorgeous. And usually grays, I get scared of them because it's not a color I initially like, but this particular one where it's got like a gray purple base to it, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's stunning. It really, really is. I was trying to see if the name of the shade, not that I can tell you the name of the shade because then I would kind of give it away, but I love the packaging of this palette. It's so easy to store. And yeah, the packaging kind of goes with the theme, like the name of the palette even. So that's kind of cool. It is a pricey little booger. I will say that too. It's not the priciest from this brand, but it is still yet pricey for sure. But look at that, it's gorgeous. Love it. Now we're going to go into this shade right here. And I will say this shade is kind of staying in my fingers when I'm messing with it. But that's okay because it's well worth it. Get it off my finger now a little bit. I just use my little makeup erasers to wipe it off. And we're just going to darken up this outer corner here and take it through the crease. Really, this is a kind of a simple look to do, to be honest. It didn't take me much time at all to create this look. It does take a little bit of time for blending purposes. Like, I didn't blend it the best because it does take a while. But if you start out slow and build the color, you don't need to take as long to blend. I will say that too. So that's what I did. For the other eye, I kind of just stamped the color on and then blend it. Because if I go in and actually like lay this color down, I will be blending for hours and hours and hours, and well, ain't nobody got that kind of time. Because I mean, I'm starting to realize like people maybe have 15 to 30 minutes to do their makeup a day, realistically, and ain't nobody got time to sit here and mess with stuff, you know. And when you do, that's fine. Like, that's great. That's when, you know, you can. But most of the time, you're just slapping something on. Let's get real. Now, for me, this is an outlet. So, me doing my makeup, I don't care how much time I take because I have allotted for it. And it's like, it's my time to get away from everybody and just sit down and, you know, do my makeup. Think about what else I have to do today, where I have to go, you know, things like that. I'm using the MAC Painterly paint pot for the base, and I set it with just a setting powder. It's such a pretty color though. Alright, let's take that same shade through, or on the lower lash line. Yeah, same shade, lower lash line. And I'll need a mirror for that one, for sure. I keep wanting to keep blending so badly, because I know it does need it. But at the same time, like, if I'm in a hurry, I won't. And I still think the look turns out good. That's why I didn't do like an over blending, because I still think the look turns out really good. Even if you ain't got all the time in the world to sit there and do it. This palette, it just, and it gives me so many options too. Like, I can go more neutral, or I can go more of this tone, like a, I mean, I don't know, what would you consider that color? Like a mauve, maybe? And then you can also kind of go more purpley instead of this color. It's more purple instead of more like red, I guess, or maroon. This palette can take you. And I mean, I would say that I do like these shades more than like the neutral shades, just because I like neutrals, don't get me wrong, I do. I like neutral looks, but when I pull out this palette and I see these colors, it's like, I gotta go for those colors type of thing. I do love the, you know, neutral side just as much though. Alright. I think I need to darken it up just a little bit more. And like I said, tapping it on where you want it first, and then blending is going to be your best option. But you can do it however you feel like is best for you. But that's just how I found to use the palette. And like I said, people had mixed reviews on it. So far we know that this is in my top 5 palettes from this brand. We know that the packaging is awesome and it matches the name of the palette. We know that it's quite expensive, but not the most expensive from this brand. And then we also know, you will know the shades that I'm using, some of them out of the palette. You kind of know the color story that's going on since I'm telling it to you. This is the shade here. It is so buttery, like just touching it. I can't, you all. I just can't tell you. It's so buttery though. Okay, so we're going to apply this all over the lid. And it's gorgeous. It's such a gorgeous color. Again, it's one of those colors where it's like, is it gray? Like the gray. Is it gray? Is it taupey? Is it a gray purple? Like, what is it exactly? Like, I absolutely love this shade. It's gorgeous. And I think right here you could probably stop even, because I do think that that shade is beautiful on the lid. I really do. Now, don't get me wrong, in a minute now, just give me a minute. Alright, we're going to put this shade here on the inner corner. I need to get a paper towel, I think. I'm getting this everywhere. We're going to put that shade right there on the inner corner. And I lined my bottom lash line with that dual-ended liner from Charlotte Tilbury with the black and the, I guess it's like a cream color shade. That one, I use that to line. It's more of a metallic cream though color. I used it to line it, which worked, I think, really well. Look at that. Oh. It is so pretty. So pretty. Okay. Then we're going to take this brown right here and we're going to line the lower lash line and the top. Now, I will say again, look, they stick to your finger. They really do. But they apply beautifully on the lid. So that's the brown we're going to use for the lining for the lower lash line and top. And of course I'm using my favorite rougher brush to do that with. Everybody knows I love this little rougher. I've purchased so many of them. I think I have 3 or 4 of them now. But yeah, it's just beautiful. Then I'm going to take that same shade that I used for the lower lash line and just sort of blend it out with that shade because I don't want to lose any of the colors. Like, I want it all to come through. That hair's still attached. I was like, I got a hair there. But it's still attached to my head. Alright, now before I do the top lash line, I have to put this color in the middle of my lid. So this is what it looks like so far, and I think it's beautiful. I do. I could leave it there. But do you see the shine on this side? Much more oomph. And that's because I use this shade. Right here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So we're going to use it for right in the middle of my lid. I'm just patting it on. And you could get a little fallout, so do be very careful. And I would say apply it with a brush because, you know, you'll get more precision that way. But you'd have to, like, you definitely don't have to spread the brush. And I just don't do that. Not that I like using my fingers either, because I don't. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do. Now we're going to go ahead and line that top lash line with that brown shade. Now that I have that down. Oh no, my belly's growling. I'm curious if y'all will guess this palette. In a way, I think you will if you've watched like any of my videos from this brand. Like, this is one of my favorites. You know, I think it might be discontinued even. I think it is. You might still be able to get it on the brand's website. I know you can't get it at Sephora anymore, though. Okay. Now, we are going to do mascara. I'm going to use the Bite Beauty for the top lashes. And then the Lancome for the bottom. And I will say I love this Bite Beauty mascara, even though it is discontinued now because they went out of business. It is an amazing mascara, and I'm going to be so sad when I'm done with it. I don't think I purchased a backup of it. Could've. It is hard to tell with me what I do and don't do. But I do like the mascara a lot. Alright, and then I'll apply the Lancome on the bottom lashes. I'll probably put another coat on those top ones though. Most likely. And I just think this looks so glam and elegant, and that shade in the middle of the lid, man, it just does something, you know? Like that sparkle from that shade. You can get that shine from a couple of brands, and only a couple of brands that do it really like justice. And this is one of the brands. But it's gorgeous. Use a little separator to separate. But I can do that off camera. Because there's a couple of lashes that don't want to play well. Most do. Most do want to play well, but some does not want to play well at all. But I don't blame it. Okay. I don't see any nicks or anything like the mascara. So I think it all applied well. No issue there. make sure I got both eyes like the same in darkness. I think I did I? That side looks darker, don't it? I think it does. One minute it looks fine, and then the next minute it don't. I don't know. But that's the good thing. You can always build it up, but if I can't take away. And if I could do both those at the same time, it'd be wonderful, but I'm too slow. So, that's out of the question. But this is the final look, and from that far away mirror to there to this one, it looks really, really good. The shadows too. And I can't say, I mean, you look at that. It's beautiful. And these are the shades that I used to create the look. Can you guess the palette? Do you have the palette? That's the question. If you have the palette, I guarantee it, you'll know this palette. From this shade right here. Because there are not many shades like this one out there. But that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave your guesses down in the comments. I'm not really for sure what you'll win, but you'll win something. I got a ton of stuff, so I'm not sure what's up for winning, but there's something. And that's all I have. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload every day but Sunday. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.